This is Kevin Harlan with Greg Anthony and Clark Kellogg and our sideline reporter, David Aldridge. So for the Thunder, their last game, a loss to Denver. Ball feeling it out a bit. And he's off on his first shot of the game. Well, the last time, GA, the Hornets made the playoffs was back in 2016.
And that was during Steve Clifford's first stint with the organization. I'm sure that played a factor in their decision to bring him back as head coach.
Offensive rebound. Pass to Holmgren. That one off the back iron and out.
Look at him, and he's a little hit and miss from there, even without a defender in his face. No guarantee.
It really does make the game easy for your teammates when you can lead them to the rim that well with a pass.
Now here's Giddey. Here's Dort. And again, Oklahoma City, no good. And so it's Ball with it. He brings it up for the Hornets. Here in the first, a little over a minute played so far. That one falls.
Boy, that's a nice effort from Ball in the paint that time, working hard to find a way to get that shot off.
It's Dort on the wing. Pass to Giddey. Clock at 6. To the paint. Here's Azubuike. He's off on that one. Good D by Williams.
Yeah, scoreless here early after their first 4 shots. They right now are searching for a bucket.
Now Rozier. It's rebounded by Giddey.
Boy, that defense smothered him in there. Love the intensity.
To the middle. And so the ball is out of bounds. Rozier touched it last. Outside, Gilgeous-Alexander. Pass to Holmgren. And the dunk by Holmgren.
And given that Holmgren is 7 feet tall, he's a threat to throw it down at any time.
Shooting foul as the whistle blows. He'll shoot 2 free throws. That one on Dort. And one thing with LaMelo, Clark, he has so much length at that point guard position.
Yeah, you know, Kevin, he's listed at 6'7", but he's got a much bigger wingspan than that, which allows him to effectively throw passes over the top. And I think it helps in him being disruptive as a defender, too. Rozier with that excellent quickness and that athleticism, being a catalyst with his defense that time.
Here's Giddey. And he's fouled pretty hard on that shot, but he's got the chance to pick up the points at the line. In regard to the Thunder, they had to go through, Greg, a rebuilding process not too long ago.
Yeah, it was a tough couple years, but they had a plan in place and did it the right way. They made some smart signings and created a very balanced roster.
6 to shoot. Second chance shot. They had a number of cracks at it, but came away empty-handed. Outside, Ball. It's deflected. Giddey with it. Now defended by Hayward. Got that one up quick.
And the three-point shot wasn't always there for Dort, but he's put in a ton of work on it, and it shows.
Outside, Ball. Pass to Rozier. And he throws it down hard with one hand.
Tell you what, Rozier is sneaky athletic now. He is no stranger to making plays above the rim. He's a heck of an athlete.
Here's Giddey. And here is Holmgren. Back to Giddey. Puts it up. And it's wide right. It's off the rim.
That's a shot he's got to hit. You don't get many looks better from that range.
And Ball puts up a deep three. Gilgeous-Alexander pulls it in.
No doubt he's struggling right now from the field. Let's see if he can get it going this quarter.
From past the arc. And here's Ball. He'll bring it up for Charlotte. The kick out to Rozier. Pass to Williams. Ball with it. He's picked up by Gilgeous-Alexander. And it's blocked. And here's the fast break. Holmgren leading the way. Here's Giddey. And he makes no mistake on the slam dunk.
Oh, nice job there from Holmgren. His guys appreciate when they're open, he gets them the ball.
Here's Ball. That one's good. Maybe that'll get him going after a 2-for-6 start.
And those are the kind of nice inside looks they've gotten here in the first half.
Here's Gilgeous-Alexander. Denied for the third time. He's 0 for 3. Hornets leading by 4. Ball fires from way outside. Again, Ball missing.
Well, I don't think he's performing up to his own expectations, but they still find themselves out in front.
Back to Gilgeous-Alexander. There's the pick. So it's both teams making substitutions here. Timeout is called. First of the game for the Thunder.
Timeout call for the Thunder. Here come your Thunder Girls.
Pass to Williams. The kick out to Williams. This one for 3. Miller grabs the miss.
That's excellent defense right there on the perimeter.
Poked away. And Miller throws it down hard.
Oh, easy money for Miller. He just generates offense.
Here's Joe. It's rebounded by Charlotte. Now here's Bouknight. Launches a 3. Kulusevski grabs the miss. Thunder trailing by 6. And here's Oladipo. Pass to Kulusevski. Misses the layup. He had him with that pump fake. And now the first timeout called here for the Hornets. Hornets leading by 6. Miller outside. Fires the 3. That shot misses. So it's the Thunder now. Oladipo with the ball. Now Smith defending. Since returning to Charlotte in 2004, Clark, wins have been hard to come by for the Hornets.
Yeah, they haven't been able to make it out of the first round. But things finally seem to be trending up. They've got a lot of young talent on their roster, and if that talent grows, better days are ahead. Well, you know, from role player to star, Oladipo's transformation has been remarkable. I mean, he's a guy who is really hungry to be an all-time great.
Thunder trailing by 5. 1:15 left here in the opening quarter. The Thunder with another miss. Smith with it. Still yet to score. Here he goes. And it's slammed in by Smith.
Oh, taking it to the rack with power.
Hammering down the two-hand slam.
Really piling on the lead with a dunk like that. We know how good a shooter he is. It's frustrating for him when he's not able to knock down that kind of wide open look.
Miller with the ball. Williams picks him up. Back to Miller. 6 on the shot clock. And it's good with time running down on the shot clock. And now a 9-point Hornets lead. Guys are looking for a spark here.
Yeah, a cold stretch offensively for sure.
Pass to Pokusevski. Here's Joe. The three-pointer, no good. There's Miller with the three. And so is Charlotte ahead by 9 as the quarter comes to a close. Their defense has been terrific in this game. Back. And so far through one quarter, it's been a lopsided game. We'll see if that changes here in the second. And a look at how the offensive approach has been going here so far for Charlotte.
People say the mid-range shot is dying, but so far in this one, that has not been the case for this team.
Something else they're doing well tonight, guys, lots of points in the paint. Something to continue to keep our eye on.
Williams a screen. Oklahoma City needs to get off a shot. A fader. And the three ball is good. Williams has got himself going there. His first points of the game on the deep ball. Smith scanning the floor. Miller right side. Here's the three. That ball is in the basket. Now he's shot 6 and made 3 of them.
Asserting himself at the arc now. The rookie Miller with the answer.
And Gilgeous-Alexander throws it down.
And then the young fella busts out the slick move inside to get open for the jam.
Greg, that was sick and slick. The D had no chance.
Yeah, he was one step ahead of him the entire way.
With a short break in the action gives us a chance now to send it over to David Aldridge.
Thank you, Kevin. Well, the OKC Thunder is still building, but is it fast enough for their all-star guard, Shai Gilgeous-Alexander? SGA says, I think we're going to be a really good team a lot sooner than people think. So it's pretty easy for me to be patient. I see the growth every day, and I'm super excited about it. Kevin?
And we see it too. Hey, David, thank you. Here's Smith. And he dunks it down.
Well, I tell you what, the big guy knows how to do that. Throw it down.
Second quarter of play with around 2 minutes gone so far.
And with each passing season, the 7-footer Nick Richards looks more and more comfortable.
Whenever he's on the floor, Greg, he's going to work hard as well as focus on taking good shots and playing tough defense and really staying within himself. I love that about him.
And the Thunder making a change here. Here's Joe. Pass to Holmgren. Shoots over Bridges. Holmgren can't hit.
I'd love to see them impose themselves a little more on the backboard. That's a great way to find confidence. Always a surefire way to get back in the league.
Well, guys, they need to do something to reduce this deficit. We'll see if that's the answer.
There's a good screen. Here's Joe. No good on the 3. Here's Smith. Pass to Miller.
Yeah, that's a tough call right there, and really a tough break for the team.
No problem for me with that call. I mean, he was still sliding right there.
Now about 3 minutes gone in this second quarter of basketball.
Thunder foul. Udoka Azubuike. First personal foul. Second team foul.
Left side, Miller. Inside. And that one's good. Richards. Richards got the lead up to 9 now for the Hornets.
And not just the score. Miller can dish it as well, showing great vision on that play.
Outside, Dort. Hey, Special K, in your playing days, you were such a strong defender. Who was the toughest player you had to guard?
Hey, I appreciate the love, partner, but strong defender attached to my name back in the day would not mix well. If we're talking truth. But I will tell you, the hardest guy I had to deal with was Bernard King. He gave me fits. He was relentless in his pursuit of the pumpkin. They ran a bunch of stuff for him when he was playing for the Knicks, and that dude could put it in the basket.
Yeah, way to get there first and be willing to absorb the contact.
No question about it. No flop there. That was a direct shot to the chest.
9 feet out. Pass to Holmgren. Now here's Giddey. 5 on the clock. Here's Dort. And no good. Good D by Miller.
Man, I can't believe he blew that gimme, guys. Well, I know he's frustrated about that.
Smith with it. Defended by Giddey. Offensive rebound. Boom, he jams it straight down.
There it is, guys. One of those effort plays that makes a big difference in the game.
And GA, it is definitely making a difference so far today.
Well, you know, if you're not going to take care of the defensive glass, it's going to be hard to come away with the win.
Very good inside. Dort's got great upper body strength.
Smith right side. And it's Smith finishing it off.
And he just dangles from the bucket after sending that one through.
And you can see which team has the swagger right now.
Well, you know what? You don't want to do too much to get an opponent riled up. You got to be mindful of that.
Here's Joe. Pass to Azubuike. And he takes that one up and powers it through.
You got to do more than that to keep the ball out of his hands down low.
Exactly. I mean, deny him the ball in the first place. Don't let him get it.
Miller outside. Now Richards. Back to Miller. Lets it go from deep. Rebounded by Joe.
Even with every shot clanging off the rim, he seems determined to keep hoisting up these threes. It might be time to get inside of that arc.
Now a timeout called by Oklahoma City.
Well, it's been an express lane to the rim. Coach can't be happy about that.
And, you know, I think he's going to tell them simply, we have to show more fight on the interior. That's the top priority right now.
And stolen by Williams. 3-on-3. Left side, Ball. And the shot goes in. Ball's got 8.
Boy, you look at Ball, and I really think he excels more in the open court than he does in the half court.
Here's Gilgeous-Alexander. The shot is good. It's his second bucket in 5 tries.
And they keep hammering away at him inside, forcing the ball into the paint.
Outside ball. Foul call. Looked like the D didn't get there in time, and he'll shoot free throws.
Hey, the steady improvement LaMelo's made as a distributor and team leader, that's pretty admirable. He's becoming more and more of a go-to guy.
Thunder trailing by 8. Outside Williams. Williams with the block.
And they're controlling the boards, Kevin. That's +5 in that category.
And guys, you know that rebounding is a huge part, a huge component of winning games. It's not a glamorous stat, but it's necessary if you're going to be a winning team.
Nobody near Williams. Here's Pokusevski. Rebound by Williams.
He has to make that one. I mean, you have to make the defense pay when they slough off of you like that.
2 minutes remaining in the breakdown. 2 minutes.
1:57 left in the first half of basketball. Ball. And it's Williams finishing it off.
Beautiful reverse jam right there.
Use the rim to protect the ball, I think.
Outstanding awareness and a terrific finish.
Outside, Gilgeous-Alexander. Plays it up and banks it in. Gilgeous-Alexander's got 6 in the quarter.
And good work inside. SGA will make more room for himself on the perimeter when he can be effective down low.
Charlotte calls timeout.
Once again, fans, give it up for the
1:21 left to play here in the second quarter. Bridges outside. Nailed from three-point land. Bridges got the lead up to 13 now for Charlotte.
Yeah, and their shooting really starting to pick up here in the second.
Yeah, and it should help them increase their separation here. I mean, this has been an impressive offensive output.
Williams for 3. Shot clock at 6. Goes up on the wing. Yep, that one goes in there. And it's 7 points for Williams.
Really starting to find himself now, guys, after getting shut out in the first quarter.
In the corner, it's Bridges. They set the screen. And that'll be Oklahoma City's ball as it goes out of bounds. .29 seconds left to play here in the half. And Williams, here we go. No good there, and that would have cut it to single digits.
And they've got a big lead, not just on the scoreboard, but really in the rebounding numbers as well.
And what I like about it, it's been a physical brand of basketball. It's had a little sandpaper element to it. Gritty and rough, but that's how you win games.
Here's Pokusevski. And the last shot at the buzzer doesn't go in for him. And so it's Charlotte. Their lead at 11 points to end the quarter. And they've done a phenomenal job down low. So many of their points coming right at the rim. We'll get right back to the action when we return. And with a big gap on the scoreboard, the second half begins with very different goals for these teams. One side trying to mount a comeback, one side trying to protect their lead. Outside, Gilgeous-Alexander. Some nice passing by Oklahoma City here. Back to Giddey. 6 on the shot clock. Pass to Azubuike. Off the mark, had a chance to trim it to single digits. And so it's Ball with it. He brings it up for the Charlotte Hornets. Next up will be a home game matched up against the Pacers. And that's the first game in a string of 3 straight at home.
Boy, Ball playing with a lot of aggression and toughness there. I love seeing that from a guard who has his size and ability.
Here's Dort. Fires from deep. Giddey, no good. Hornets leading by 13. Outside, Ball. And it's blocked. Oh, and a fast break for Oklahoma City. And again, no good by Oklahoma City.
They have yet to hit a shot, a real slow start here in the second half.
He takes it in, and Ball slams it in.
Hey, this mix of agility, instinct, athleticism, Ball able to drive right in for the big throwdown.
Pass to Gilgeous-Alexander. Hornets with the rebound.
Ugh, ugly start to the second half. They've missed their first 4. They've got to get on track.
Greg, isn't it amazing the way Gilgeous-Alexander has polished off his game?
The footwork, Kevin, is impeccable. 3-level scorer, makes every shot imaginable. And what's scary, this guy still has another level to get to.
And while we've got a moment, let's send it over to our terrific reporter, David Aldridge. David?
Thank you, Kevin. Josh Giddey is very capable off the dribble, and at 6'8", he's starting to use his size to finish. Coach Mark Daigneault said he's definitely physical. Before, he was just trying to shoot over people, but now he's taking up space, using his size and strength. He's getting a lot more around the basket. Kevin?
Yeah, he is getting into him. D.A., thank you. Pass to Williams. And finished off by Williams.
Well, part of their game plan was to block out the noise and just stay focused.
And what's been impressive is that it's not been any one player. It's been a collective effort, contributions from everybody.
In the corner, it's Hayward. Takes a 3. Good on the three-point shot. Hayward's got himself going with the triple, his first basket of the game. Time called here. The Thunder decide to talk it over. Here's Giddey. Pass to Holmgren. Outside, Gilgeous-Alexander. Here's Giddey. And again, no good by Oklahoma City.
And a big lead for them on both the scoreboard and the backboard thus far.
Yeah, rebounding has been a big key in this one. They've asserted their will and have taken control on the glass.
It's Giddey with the drive. Pass to Gilgeous-Alexander. Another miss, and they've really hit a rough patch here. Charlotte in total control. They lead by the biggest margin of the game, 25. Here's Rozier. Rips it home after the terrific move.
Razor-sharp focus there from Rozier earned him that trip to the line.
With Rozier, coaches and teammates speak Clark to how dependable he is. Night in and night out.
Well, Kevin, he's rock solid. A very consistent performer. You can basically book 20 points, 4 boards, 4 assists nightly in every game with him. And there's a lot to be said for that kind of consistency.
And that one clearly a foul. Gets the whistle, and 2 shots coming up. Credit where credit is due. P.J. Washington is one hard-working guy on the floor. Isn't he great?
He's got that grittiness to him, Kevin. Values every chance he gets to affect the game. And like you said, he puts a ton of effort into his play.
A dependable stretch for Washington is also somebody who continues to look to improve every year in the league.
Now, Gilgeous-Alexander. 6 points for him. And a miss there on the triple.
And the stroke definitely lacking confidence this quarter. Nothing on target.
Pass to Bouknight. Richards with it. It's stolen by Oladipo. Oh, and a fast break for Oklahoma City. Now, here's Gilgeous-Alexander. Covered by Miller. And a wide open look for Gilgeous-Alexander. Now, here's Holmgren. Dort. And again, Oklahoma City, no good. Now here is Smith. That one good for 2.
Not a lot of resistance on the inside, and they're taking full advantage.
The play in the paint has gone almost entirely all their way.
To the inside. Down low. Some nice passing by Oklahoma City here. Back to Holmgren. And he gets the bucket. Holmgren's got his second bucket of the night.
And with a merciful bucket, he snaps a terrific run by the Hornets.
On the wing, Miller. He's got 7. And it's Miller with the jam.
Hey, whatever adjustments they made at halftime, they are working to perfection.
You know, they came out of the locker room, revved up the gas pedal, and haven't slowed down yet.
And here is Gilgeous-Alexander. He has 6. And Clark, we know Commissioner Silver has acknowledged the game has changed in terms of its impact on players' bodies. And so adjusting the regular season's length is not out of the question.
Well, you and I have talked about it for years. I've talked about it with other fellow announcers. It would be wonderful to see the season reduced by about 15-20% in terms of regular season games. I think it would enhance the product immensely. And the fact that Commissioner Silver is letting us know it's not off the table, maybe we'll see it reduced in the not-too-distant future.
The fadeaway. No good on that one.
Feels to me like this team is going to need more from him, guys. I mean, if they're to erase this deficit, he's got to step up.
Pass to Bridges. Miller outside. Down to 5 on the shot clock. Oladipo with the ball. And it's Martin picking him up. That one drops for him.
Well, the explosive nature of Oladipo's drives to the rim are incredible. Hard for any defense to keep him from attacking the way he does.
Back to Smith from downtown. Rebound by Williams. So Oladipo will bring it up for the Oklahoma City Thunder. And here's Gilgeous-Alexander outside.
Yet that's another miss for him. They're behind in this game largely because he shot so poorly.
And the Hornets call time here. We've got 1:48 left in the third quarter of the game. Pass to Rozier. The 3. Kuszewski grabs the miss. Here's Joe. Scoreless thus far. Here's Williams. Off with the layup. Charlotte in total control. Their defense has only allowed 6 points in the second half. Pass to Rozier. Left side, Ball to end the cold streak. And Ball slams it in.
Boy, making it look very easy. Ball has been unguardable tonight.
Outside Williams. And they call an illegal screen here.
And not the most common call you'll see in the NBA, but hard to argue that pick wasn't illegal.
Yeah, you know, the officials aren't nearly as lenient as they used to be on that call. As a matter of fact, I know I got away with a lot of those in my playing days, but that was 40 years ago.
And it's Ball penetrating. And Ball slams it in.
Well, that sudden burst by Ball is so effective. Zipping in before the defense can react.
Here's Joe. And he drops in the layup off the glass. Joe's got his first basket of the night.
And that's not nearly the kind of defense that's going to prevent a player of his ability from scoring.
2 seconds separating the shot clock and game clock. Ball. It's rebounded by Oklahoma City. Pass to Oladipo. The kick out to Williams. Stolen by Washington. Ball with the bucket. Ball's got 15 points here in the second half. LaMelo Ball getting it done for the Hornets. He has really delivered at the offensive end. He's torched them for 24 points so far. We'll take a quick break and then back to the action here. And as we head into the fourth, we'll see if there's a comeback in the works or if it's more of the same from the first three quarters. Here's Charlotte. Pass to Miller. We've seen some amazing offensive performances recently. Clark, is it possible someone could match Wilt's 100-point game?
Look, Kevin, I don't know if I'm ready to go that far, but I also said I'd never see a 16 beat a 1 in the NCAA tournament, and it's happened twice in the last 5 years. So never say never, but you got to think, you're seeing teams put up 165, 170 points in a game. Could a player get 100 of those? I think it's possible.
All the officials are all over that one.
Clearly a foul. I mean, didn't give him any choice but to blow the whistle. I mean, you got to play without fouling.
You know, here we are watching Trey Mann, Greg, and he's so skilled at creating with the ball in his hands.
And he knows how to manipulate defenders, and he gets to his spots on the floor as well as anybody. Also quick to find cutters, so he's creating for himself and others.
Miller with the ball. He's picked up by Holmgren. Hey, Greg, what do you like about Brandon Miller's game?
You know, Kevin, for me, his combination of length and skill is something every team is looking for. The key in his development will be adding strength and enhancing his ability to attack off the bounce. On paper, Brandon Miller checked all the scouting boxes. Good size, the percentages, solid rebounding. Now he just has to maintain that play at a higher level.
Bangs home the trifecta.
Defensively, there was a lack of aggressiveness, and it really made it easy for him to knock that shot down.
It's stolen. Pass to Holmgren. And a good offensive board, and he gets the bucket.
I mean, length and skill. And Holmgren has a lot of both.
Here's Richards. He's covered by Azubuike. Out to Smith. Miller outside. And he drives in. Laid in with a nice touch off the glass. Miller's got 4 points in the quarter.
Hard to imagine them losing this game if they can keep shooting like that.
Not many empty trips for this group. It seems everything's falling for them this half.
Man gets the bucket.
And how's that for a move? The killer crossover. It's a thing of beauty.
Smith with it. Uncovered. And good that time.
And a lot of teams avoid the mid-range jumper, but they seem to be using it well.
I love that mid-range shot. It's definitely giving the defender something extra to think about.
To the middle. Oklahoma City moving it around. Here's Holmgren. An easy 2 points on the layup.
Boy, he's really been dominant in this one. Unfortunately, he hasn't had much help.
Nice move. And the rejection by Holmgren.
Long 7-1 with that 7'6" wingspan. Holmgren can alter a block just about every shot in his vicinity.
Smith on the wing. Driving to the basket. It's good. With that basket, he's now 5 for 9.
Now, how about how he sets his man up there, runs him right into the screen, and then gets the basket.
They blow the whistle just as he gets it off. That's 2 points with a chance for another one at the stripe. And a closer look here at the scoring breakdown for Charlotte.
I think they put an emphasis on attacking the basket, and watching this, you can see why. They have just carved the defense up here with relative ease.
You know, the defense has given them that shot, and they've knocked it down consistently, and that's been a real key factor for them tonight.
And it's blocked by Gilgeous-Alexander.
And great read there by SGA. Knew the shot was coming and just trusted his instincts. Great teamwork punctuated by a strong finish.
That is the perfect fast break, guys. Getting a hoop before the defense can get set.
Pass to Smith. And the call is going to be, yes, it is, an illegal screen. And Greg, while the commissioner might not like player trade requests, Kevin Durant said it's great for the league for players to have that leverage. Where do you stand?
Well, I wouldn't go that far. The main thing is trying to keep those requests in-house. Otherwise, it can be deflating for fans.
Boy, at the offensive end, his game is so impressive. I mean, he's a threat every time up the floor.
And it's Martin penetrating and finished off by Martin.
And that assist got him a little nod from his teammate after that one.
Gilgeous-Alexander surveying the D. Lots of room. Bridges with the board.
I guess even he has to miss one of those once in a while.
And that one, good.
Well, I tell you what, it's obvious Bridges takes great pride in working through contact and capitalizing.
There's the screen. And here's Gilgeous-Alexander outside. That doesn't go either for Gilgeous-Alexander. Outside, Martin. Pass to Smith. Inside. Holmgren with the steal. Outside, Gilgeous-Alexander. And with this new CBA, Greg, for the first time, team and league licensing revenue, about $160 million a year, is to be shared with the players.
And I think that's probably jersey patches and stuff like that. It makes sense that the players should get a share of that.
And the Hornets call time here. They have been really controlling this one.
You never want to be complacent on the floor. That's when you lose momentum.
And that's a foul called on Shai Gilgeous-Alexander. That's foul number 2 for him.
You know what? You've got to always be in control of your emotions.
Great frustration right there, and I agree with you. Self-control of your emotions, a must-have if you're going to play winning basketball.
Well-rounded effort, and they show no signs of letting up.
Almost no holes in their performance tonight. They've been tremendous. You know, he's just chucking it up from distance this quarter. If you're going to do this, especially in the second half, you better make them.
Williams. Pass to Rozier. Nifty move. That's in. That's his 5th field goal. He's shooting a hot 71%, 5 for 7.
He has created some terrific opportunities for himself and really made the most of it.
Dort wide open. Offensive struggles continue, missing again. Now Rozier. Pass to Williams. Now Martin. Williams with the steal. And the Thunder pushing it up now. Here's Gilgeous-Alexander. Count the bucket, and he's got a free throw coming up as well.
Strong take by SGA. 6'6" with point guard skills. What a nightmare matchup he is.
And one thing that came from this new CBA GA, mandatory participation in the NBA Draft Combine.
Yeah, more equal access for teams to study various prospects. Player agents can't keep teams in the dark like in the past. That makes for a more level playing field.
Outside, Gilgeous-Alexander. Offline with his 3. So Rozier will bring it up for Charlotte. And the foul on Victor Oladipo. That is his first foul of the game. And the Thunder making a switch here. Charlotte calls timeout. They're up by 27. 1:41 left here in the fourth quarter. And now we present our New Balance Player of the Game, LaMelo Ball.
And guys, this really has been his night. He's done a lot of things well, but his scoring really put him over the top. You can see how determined he's been every time he's gotten his hands on the ball. Great drive and also great focus offensively.
On the road in a tough atmosphere, he's taken on the role of star tonight. If one of their other players came up short, he picked up the slack to make sure they'll be walking out of here with a win. And taking care of the ball has been a problem for him.
That's something they've got to fix. While the defense has been good, a lot of these turnovers have been unforced.
Miller with a wide open look. Charlotte no good that time either.
Had their fingerprints all over this matchup tonight. Just an impressive victory
for Charlotte.
And this was one that never really was in doubt, I thought. An all-around dominant performance. And you kind of thought that maybe even going into the game.
Yeah, there was a sense of that. And man, they just pretty much blew them right out of the water. A clinic was put on display here today.
And every win important. And this one will go down as win number 3.
And with the win approaching, they'll take the first game here of 2 that they'll play against this team. Nice to get that first one out of the way and set the tone.
It sure is. It's just a 2-gamer since they're in opposite conferences, and you can bet they'll take the same approach right into game 2 that they had tonight.
And you know, looking back at all the contributions tonight, it was a really phenomenal all-around game for LaMelo Ball.
Just an outpouring of points from him. Nobody could do much to keep him from dropping it in.
And so it's the Hornets taking care of business in this one. A resounding victory for them. And Greg in enemy territory, no less.
That's exactly right. But with the way they controlled the game. And
yeah, baby. I gotta be your number 1. Can't settle for no number 2. So go ahead and